Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is our great pleasure to welcome you all to the afternoon session. Today is the second day of our 3 days International Colloquium on Environmental Degradation and Climate Change, organized by Center of Environmental Science, University of Madras, in collaboration with Department of Geology and Environmental Science, Christ College, Autonomous Irinalakuda, and Department of Geology, University of Madras. In the morning session, we had 3 great lectures from the eminent personalities, Dr. M.P. Jonathan, Dr. L. Ilango, and Dr. A. Abdul Rahman. Afternoon, we will be having 2 lectures by Professor M. Govindaraju and Shri J. Daniel Chellappa. I request Dr. C.V. Nandini, Assistant Professor, to introduce the resource person. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. Professor M. Govindaraju is the chair and head of the Department of Environmental Biotechnology, School of Environmental Science, Bharatdasan University, Tiruchirappalli. Excuse me?
1 minute. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Nice. Shall I start?
Sir, can you wait for a moment?
Okay.
We will have a small introduction about yourself, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Professor M. Govindaraju is the chair and head of the Department of Environmental Biotechnology, School of Environmental Science, Bharatdasan University, Tiruchirappalli. He possesses more than 25 years of experience in teaching and research. Other than being the chair and the head, he also bears responsibilities like coordinator, harassment cell, coordinator, DST FIST, deputy coordinator, UGC SAP, coordinator, Center for Climate Change Research. Also, Professor M. Govindaraju's expertise and thrust areas of research are ecological restoration and phytoremediation, climate change mitigation studies, environmental remote sensing and health GIS, urban forestry, air pollution, and human health. He also co-authored and authored around 57 national and international publications. So we happily inviting you to deliver the talk on global warming and climate change, an Indian perspective. Over to you, sir. Sir?
Okay. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon to all. It is my pleasure and privilege to discuss with you something about global warming and climate change. It is not a new thing. It is not a complicated issue, but a simple issue makes so many complications in the world. The total global environment is facing very serious issues. Nowadays, different type of scientists, great administrators, developed countries, developing countries, all are trying to find out a solution, but unfortunately, humans cannot succeed before the nature. That is the concept I understood. We are trying, but finding solution is better than prevention. So it is a great time, even though it is late, we cannot take too much time to start our climate change issues. As you know that our International Plant Protection Convention, IPCC, has announced August 9th, 2021, red alert about the global climate issues, how human-driven global heating is increasing. The report provides new estimates of chance of crossing a global warming level another 1.5 degrees Celsius in next decade. This global temperature rises in 20 years. It gives different type of environmental issues to the human society. It is known that we have different type of environmental issues. We have climate change problems, global warming. Both are severely attack America, Turkey, Bolivia, Greece. So many countries, China, and all the countries are having now facing forest fire issues, drought, extreme weather events. So many related climate change issues are arising day by day. Also, recently agriculture scientists predicted that due to climate change, we have lost our yield production of rice and other food grains from good agricultural lands. Also, you can get low price quantity of agricultural productions. Also, the sea level rise. Now, Tamil Nadu is very serious about Chennai, Thoothukudi, and other coastal towns are in a critical situation when in the year 2100, it may be submerged with marine water. This is the predictions made by scientists from NASA. So these are some of the glimpses which we have to know the seriousness about the climate change and the global warming. How this global warming is happening, I know that all the participants may know very well. Again, it is the global warming as a gradual increase of Earth's surface temperature due to increase of greenhouse gases in atmosphere. Due to this greenhouse gas increases, the long-term changes in global weather pattern happens, that is climate change. So that is the climate changes happens. It affects by precipitation, that means over rainfall within a short term, cloud blast, melting of ice due to heat, rising of temperature, and wind pattern changes. All these are leads variety of environmental issues. That is the climate change. This climate change is degraded by environment, a combination of natural and human impact on the earth. Global environmental degradation happened. The environment change is combination of natural environment and human intervention. It occurs at global, regional, and local level. Human beings have altered every element of planet Earth. Human impact on Earth is due to human activity. This is the point where you have industries, transportation, and other developmental activities leads global earth alterations, global environmental alterations. global environmental alterations. It leads global climate change. Human activity leads earth damage, and the damage leads global climate change. Earth becomes hotter. That is the situation today. What are those gases? It is known that greenhouse gases has been essential to survival of life on planet Earth. They trap heat and cause Earth become warm. Human activities alter the proportion of greenhouse gas in atmosphere. It is nitrogen, oxygen, argon. Electricity use. Recent decades has been fueled largely by coal. However, it is now quickly expanding the renewable power, particularly solar. India has rectified the Paris Agreement and pledged 33 to 35% reduction in emission intensity by 2030 compared to 2005 levels. Due to this, energy consumption increases, emission 2.7 tons in 2015. It is predicted it may increase more than 30, that is 33.3 metric tons increase by 2030. So that is the case. Our emission rate is increases. So you can just think it, how it increases. If it increases, we cannot manage the good environment. Temperature rises, greenhouse gas increases, make severe damages. That is the frequent rainfall intensity, flooding, drought, temperature related issues, new diseases, all these things could be raised. These are some of the environmental problems due to population growth, human impact. We have environmental crisis. Also, we have technology developments. Per capita consumption increases. So, such a situation, we have environmental crisis rises without proper planning. Already more than 100 years, people have carried out this kind of developmental activities. Now it results very serious. That is the reason. Humidity increases, glacier decline, temperature over land increases, temperature over ocean increases, snow cover decline, air temperature near surface troposphere increases, tree line shifting poleward and upward increases, sea surface temperature increases, sea level rises, sea ice decreasing, spring coming earlier, ice sheets are melting, also ice level, ice sheets in decreasing. These are some of the issues rising in the globe. Species migration poleward and upward increases, ocean heat content increases. So these are the increasing situation of unwanted things. Wanted things are decreasing. So there is a alteration among natural system. That is the reason. Changes in animal migration in life cycle, changing rain and snow patterns, stronger storms, temperature and more heat waves, higher temperature, more droughts and wildfires, less snow ice, thawing permafrost, rising sea level, warmer of oceans, damage of corals, changes in plant life cycle. That is the most important criteria. Where the plant life cycle changes, it alters total ecosystem balance. Ecological imbalance will occur. It continues in a longer duration. In 2019, of year of extremes, annual mean temperature increases in India. The temperature level changes. Up to 2020, 2001, it is maintaining good. From 2001 onwards, it is increasing day by day. Now, the warmest decade on the record is find out by 36 degrees Celsius. The timeline of global carbon dioxide levels, we have different years. When it was 1750, year 1750, 280 ppm of carbon dioxide level. Now 2100, it is predicted to 650 to 700 ppm. So that is the case. The emitted carbon dioxide increases, leads very serious environmental issues. Now it is highly critical issue of global environmental changes is analyzing by the scientists. In 2020, India has estimated 2.65 tons of carbon dioxide. So it is increasing. The effects, again the same: glacier melting, sea level rise, level of CO2 increase in ocean. These are the global warming effects. Climate change effect: increase in severe storms, increase in heavy rain, severe droughts, loss of biodiversity, heat waves, low water levels, changes in seasons. These are the effects we can observe in climate due to global warming. All these things are common for total globe, but some of the things could be small variation must be there between the countries and the regional environmental conditions. In India, we have this expected climate change impact in India: changes in weather pattern, cyclonic disturbance, sea level rise, changes in agricultural yield, changes in freshwater supply, impact on forest and natural ecosystem, impact on human health. These both are very serious issues. Other things also, yeah, continuous impact, but human health and ecosystem issues makes very serious damages to the national development as well as human life. The increased incidence of communicable diseases will increase both due to high temperature and flood epidemics. Agriculture will be badly hit unless new strains of climate resistance and water conservative crops are invented. This should be priority. Glacier in Himalayas will melt faster, leading to unpredictable changes to river flows. Sporadic episodes of droughts and heavy rainfall will work and disrupt life as well as ecosystem. Low-lying coastal areas will be at risk to getting submerged due to the rising of sea level. These are some of the predicted environmental issues. Climate change performance index is a scoring system designed by German Environmental and Development Organization German wants to enhance transparency in international climate politics. The index evaluates and compare the climate protection performance of 57 countries. The index calculated based on following data: greenhouse gas emission, 40% of overall score, renewable energy 20%, energy use 20%, climate change policy 20%. These are the following criteria were used. Climate change performance index, we have India is high level, it secures. The red color represents very low climate change performance index. Green color very high, light green high, and medium low. Different types of climate change performance index were calculated by researchers. India is 2020 and 21. India is 10th rank in 2021. 20 is 9th rank. Performance index it is getting received. Drought. In India, we have some other places drought also. A drought is period of time when the area of region experiences below normal precipitation. The lack of adequate precipitation, either rain or snow, can cause reduce the soil moisture or groundwater, diminished stream flow, crop damage, and general water storage. Major droughts states of India such as southern and eastern Maharashtra, northern Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Gujarat, Telangana, and Rajasthan. This is some of the drought hit areas. Karnataka, Indian Peninsula facing severe drought due to combination of monsoon, failure in second half of 2018. So some of the places in Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, Gujarat, Telangana, Rajasthan, we have drought hits must occur. Due to rainfall deficiency, we have drought hits in Maharashtra. Rainfall in 2014, 15, and 18. So 2014 it is 10, 15, 27, 14, and now it is 9%. Villages declared drought increases. Oil seed pulses wheat production gets decreases. Storage medium of minor irrigation projects reduces from 63 to 10%. Storage in major irrigation projects 38 to 16%. So these are some of the issues in Maharashtra. Extreme weather events. That is a major issue. Extreme weather events like storm, heat waves, floods, and cyclones are predicted to become even more intense and destructive over the coming decades because of past and present greenhouse emissions. So these are some of the issues could be addressed by research, academic awareness, and social movements could be started to create awareness about the extreme weather events, because the extreme weather events are happening unexpectedly. People suffer a lot by flood, landslide, forest fire, so many activities, cloud blast. Those are very serious environmental issues. In respect to the temperature in India, 2020, the average temperature across 25.78 degrees Celsius, and 2021 it is 24. This is the temperature range in August 2021, August 25th August, 26th August, and 25th mean temperature it has given. So temperature is getting increased some of the places. Heat waves frequency and power are increased in India because of climate change. In early June 2019, an intense heat wave scored North India. On 10th June 2019, Delhi reaches its hottest day on record for the month, reaching 48 degrees Celsius. In 2019, the temperature reached 48 to 50.6 degrees Celsius. 2019. The high temperature are expected to 23 states in 2019, up from 9 2015 and 2019, 2018. This is the map which shows where heat waves are almost North India covers these heat waves, the temperature of 48 to 50 degrees Celsius above. Really, poor people are suffering very lot. People who are having the facility to enjoy their house with air conditioner or plantation or any other facilities, shadow to prevent them from the heat, they will escape, whereas people who are unable to protect themselves from these extreme weather events, they are suffering a lot. This is the maximum temperature recorded 2019. Heat wave frequency. Next one is cyclone. Cyclones also, you know that India now facing very frequently different type of cyclones, different type of situations, and we have Yas 2021, Toket 2021, 21 May, Ruby, Getty. So many cyclones which we have listed here. Gaja and so many cyclones were hit and it damages the system. It is agriculture or natural system has been damaged by wind speed. Agriculture sector of India is vulnerable to climate change. High temperature tend to reduce crop yield and favor weed and pest proliferation. The climate change has about 4 to 9% of impact on agriculture each year. As agriculture contributes 15% of Indian GDP, climate change presumably causes about 1% less in GDP. Kharif crops will be affected more by rainfall variability, while Rabi crops by minimum temperature. Agriculture yield of productivity to decrease by 10 to 40% by 2100 due to impact of climate change. Increase in sea level rise, water temperature likely to affect fish breeding, mitigation and harvest. From 2030, the coral reefs will begin to decline. Food insecurity will start. A 1% of increase in temperature may reduce yield of wheat, soybean, onion, mustard, groundnut, and potato by 1 to 7%, much higher losses at higher temperature. These are the impacts. Severe and very severe cyclonic storms were affected in India. Even Tamil Nadu also we have 2018 Gaja has been severely damaged in our agricultural system. West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Andaman, Sundar, Northeast, Northwestern India, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, all are severely affecting cyclone. Next, sea level rises. It is known fact. Past 24 hours rainfall records 8:30 hour at IST August 21st. Rainfall increases. Indian Meteorological Department has announced this 2021. It is getting 10. It is getting decline. Sea level rises report by IPCC. Sea level around the Asia in the North Indian Ocean have increased faster than the global average, with coastal area loss and shoreline retreat. By 2040, Mumbai sea level will rise by 0.12 meter compared to 0.4 meter in 2020. Huron Point and Sundarban sea level will rise 0.17 meter compared to 0.6 meter in 2020. Chennai will rise 0.10 meter rise compared to 0.3 meter in 2020. Cochin will likely to see the sea level rise 0.15 meter compared to 0.6 meter, and Bhavanagar 22 meter compared to 8 meter in 2020. So these are some of the areas where IPCC predicted sea level rises of 0.22 meter, 0.17 meter, 12 meter, so different levels. It results submerging of developed urban areas within a water. Annual sea level rise at various ports in India. We have Diamond Harbour, Alida, Pardip, Port Player, Visakhapatnam, Chennai, Kochi, Mumbai, Oka, and Kandala. All these are in 4 cities, Mumbai, Kolkata, Surat, and Chennai will have severe danger condition about sea level rises. 45 cities are classified under all the globe under serious damage by sea level rises. Again, flood. This is also a major issue in the country. Himachal Pradesh floods July 21. Meanwhile, the flooding from Manji River has caused severe damage in the popular tourist destination of Dharmasala city. National Emergency Response Center reported 28 homes destroyed and 12 damaged across the state. This is the image of flooding. So these are the lists where you have flooding, fatality affected the area. Maharashtra, Gujarat, Kerala, West Bengal, Bihar, Northeast India, Assam, Kashmir, all are one or another way getting affected by flood. In different seasons and different times, they have fatality around even Northeast India, 5,700 deaths were caused. So these are the unexpected flooding leads damage to the agriculture as well as land ecosystem. Cloud bursts in India was also happening. It makes severe damage. Cloud bursts and sudden very heavy rainfall, usually locals in natural and the brief duration. Most so-called cloud bursts occur in connection with thunderstorms. It can occur during heavy rainfall with size droplets 4 to 6 millimeter falling at speed of 10 meters per second. Cloud bursts frequently occur in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and Jammu and Kashmir during the monsoon. 5 important incidents we have. 28th May 2021, Theri district, of Uttarakhand have hit by heavy rainfall triggered. 100 animals were buried under the debris. Through there were no human casualties. Shimla, Himachal Pradesh, we have 12th May. Heavy rain, flashes, floods, and 9 missing, 7 people were died. Garhwal region, India, Uttarakhand, 12th June, we have flood. There will be a damage in fields, school campus and all. Dharampur, Himachal Pradesh, get affected August month. 5 persons, including 3 members of family, were caused by cloud blast and killed. Kashmir Valley, we have July 2015 cloud blast, and these are some of the issues are under risk. Now we can see that how these climate changes, global warming, climate change risk is affects when it increases 1.5% versus 2 degrees Celsius of global warming leads the extreme weather events. When it is 1.5%, 100%, it becomes 170% increases. Species diversity, when it is 1.5 degrees Celsius, only 6% insect, 8% plants, and 4% vertebrates will be affected, but it becomes 2%. All the things are double or more than that. Water availability, 3 million urban residents exposed to severe drought by 2100. When it goes 2 degrees Celsius, 410 million urban residents exposed to severe damage by 2100. Arctic sea ice, pre-summer Arctic sea ice getting affected under years, but it becomes 2 degrees Celsius. Within 10 years, the ice melting will increase and getting affected. People, 9% of the world population, 700 million people will be exposed to extreme heat and wave, and at least once every 20 years. Whereas the temperature increases in global warming 2 degrees Celsius, this 9% became 28%, 2 billion people will exposed to extreme weather events. Sea level rises also increases, 46 million people affected 2000, whereas here 49 million people were affected. Ocean temperature will rise, global bleaching, coral bleaching will occur. Coast gets affected in different countries. Food security, every half degree warming will lead to lower yield and lower nutritional content of tropical regions. These are some of the climate risks may be arised by global warming. So this is the situation in India as well as the globe. So we have to be very cautious to protect our environment, to escape from these environmental issues. By that, we need to learn more about things. We have to do more research. We have to give more attention to the research, academic awareness, and educating people for climate change adaptation is the only way to protect people as well as living beings from this damage in future. Thank you very much. I would like to thank organizers for giving me this opportunity to discuss with you about this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Godra sir. That was a very descriptive and elaborative study which consists of our global warming as well as climate change with respect to the Indian perspective.
Yes,
So, sir, we are having some questions.
okay.
First one is from Ms. Yamini Malhotra.
Okay.
Which country produces the most greenhouse gases?
Most of the, but US is the maximum contributor.
Okay.
Canada,
So,
we are expecting, but they are not agreed with that. That is the problem. Now they are saying China is the most highest contributor. India is third. Okay.
okay. So, I think one more question was there and you have already cleared that doubt. And there is one more question from Mr. Anshul Harsh. In recent years, what is a major cause of storms and climate distribution problems in India, where the heat of the Tibetan Plateau is warning?
Major problem is cloud blasting, which was happened July month in nearby Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand area. Unexpectedly, sudden heavy rain, flooding in the sea level, melting of ice, all this leads severe damage. That is the extreme even recently we have.
Okay. Is there any more questions from the audience side? So I hope there is no more questions from the participant side. So I once again thank you, Professor Mr. Govindaraj sir, for giving us a very wonderful lecture.
Okay.
And now I like to invite Ms. Roshni PP, Assistant Professor from Department of Geology, Christ College, for introducing our next speaker.
Okay. Thank
Over
you.
to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Video. Welcome, sir, Professor Dr. Daniel Chellappa, sir.
Thank you, Tarun sir. Good evening to all. Our next speaker is Dr. J. Daniel Chellappa, eminent nuclear scientist, Tamil Nadu, India. He is the University PG rank holder of Madras University. His area of research includes indigenous development of nuclear fuel for fast breeder reactors as part of our country's march towards energy security and mission and vision of generating electricity from the beach sands. Many premier academic and research institutions, professional bodies, etc. have honored him with coveted affiliations, including member of Academic Council, Anna University, Chennai, mentor Inspire Science Camps of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Board of Studies of different universities, and so on. He has developed innovative video presentations, films, science communication tools, interactive three-dimensional dynamic models, novel practices in science communication, etc., on popularizing major science and technology breakthroughs and achievements among the student community and public at large. He has contributed to many research papers. He is actively involved in the National Science Communication Mission of sensitizing fellow citizens on COVID-19 pandemic protection protocols and safeguards. He has also won many prestigious awards and honors all along his professional career for his committed services to our nation and people. I welcome Dr. J. Daniel Chellappa to deliver his talk on technologies for environmental sustainability. Over to you, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. You are audible now, sir, and your
Okay,
screen is
yeah.
also visible.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Professor Suresh Gandhi and his team, especially Professor Tarun and Professor Hussain, you have done a great job. Your team, no, entire team is, I mean, a 3-day international conference of this type, Colloquium, is like organizing a, I mean, wedding in a family. So you have taken a lot of efforts and successfully being done. And you have, I mean, all the experts, I mean, from all over the world as well as India are in, you have brought them in one platform of this Colloquium. Especially, I mean, Dr. Rajiv Nijam, then Professor K. Shinha, then Dr. N. Parsardi, Dr. my friend and very senior Professor Dr. Abdul Rahman, then from Colombia, Dr. M.P. Jonathan, and Professor M. Govindraju, who just spoke before me. So it's a great job you have done. Congratulations, and thank you all for this wonderful opportunity to talk to the young. I presume that mostly it is all research scholars and youngsters. So I'll be, I mean, designing this talk mostly, concentrating on focusing on the youngsters. So technologies, the topic given to me is technologies for, just a minute, technologies for sustainable environment. Okay. So now, I mean, the overall theme of this 3-day Colloquium is on, it is on global warming and mitigation measures and all. You know, so how it is linked with this environment, a sustainable environment, no? So I will try to do justice so that the technologies which can at least mitigate, if not possible to reverse it, at least over a period of gradually whether we can mitigate and come out of this risk or perceived risk in the coming slides. Yeah. So again, I should thank Suresh Gandhi ji. So he has done a lot of spade work, and I have been associating with him for more than a decade. And I have never seen him angry. Always he has smiling face. That's what I wanted to, I mean, share with all the participants. I don't think anybody would have seen him with a angry or long face. Always he is very cheerful and very helpful also. Whenever there's a student-related issues are brought to his knowledge, he is, I mean, proactively helps people. And especially for this Inspire Science Camp, he has been doing a wonderful job. Yeah, now we will come to the topic now. See now, this Corona or COVID, it has taught us a very good lesson. So all along we have been self-centered, no? Me, I, or my family with a small circle. Now, if you want to be alive or if you want to be safe, you have to ensure that the person in the opposite house or the neighbors all are safe, whether people in the office or college, whether everybody is vaccinated, so that I am safe. So, I mean, the man who reaps, that's what he sows. No, I mean, in Tamil we call Vinay Arpavan, Vinay Aruvade Sevan Pramla, Adhe Madri. So now it is our duty to same thing we can extend to the global warming also. It is not that if one country is doing something good and other countries not do, respecting the environment or ecology, then again it is everyone globally got to suffer. That's what it's called global warming. So it is, we have to find some solution, sustainable solution. That is what works for today should work for tomorrow and for the future our descendants also. So sustainable solutions we must see. See, basically the 5 elements are very important. We all know that water is very important, and air and earth or soil. These 3 we will concentrate to some extent within the time availability. And if these 3 are very good, then you will we can have some food security and agricultural. We will not have famine or agricultural yield. We will try to see what are things that can be done, so that mainly we have to protect our environment, primarily the earth, atmosphere or air and water. Okay, so even SDG, the Sustainable Goal Development, UN has set a very good agenda and goal to be achieved by 2030. So in this also we see first SDG 1 is just no poverty, no hunger, zero hunger. So in India there are many government departments, ISRO, BRC, DST, DBT, now NIO, all those and many more government organizations are doing a lot of wonderful research, cutting edge technologies, which will ensure that the people of India are in safe hands, or you can say that wherever possible, to the extent possible, we will be able to achieve all the SDGs. So if you take a hungry or a hunger, so previous speaker also was mentioning that global warming hits agriculture, the yield will be affected. So the water availability will be less, or we need to go for crops which takes less water intensive crops we have to go for. So all these things are being done by many departments I mentioned, especially BRC. I will share some of the achievements or the contribution a little later. Then good health and well-being, again it is very much related to this, all the global warming issues. If you don't have a proper atmosphere or healthy environment, you can't have good health. So that also has to be ensured. Then the SDG 6, that is clean water and sanitation, little bit more we will do on that today. That is clean. 7 is clean energy. There are many other things also. Life below water. Then 13 is your climate action, and 15 is life on land. All these things have been well covered by previous speakers. So we will get to the technology part. See, now when you say that food, all our citizens, if we talk about India, Indian citizens or global citizens should have healthy food, nutritious food. So BRC is doing a lot of wonders in this area. In India, if you take 2 idli, that's what generally they say, no? If you take 2 idli, 1 idli is from BRC. So this is a food processing technology. Almost it touches every walk of our life. So that even if global warming, it's part of, you can say it is, call it part of mitigation, or where you can have, we can ensure food security. And there is a major facility. It is costing about 430 crore. Tamil Nadu government has launched in Krishnagiri, and it's a mega food park. In that is a small facility. It's a part of the facilities based on our technology. So these things we can discuss later also, which will have opening for many internship or joint projects with the Tamil Nadu Agricultural Marketing Department. So some of the crops, basically, see, when you see this crop problems, the farmers' problems, mostly it is, you can categorize on 3-4 headings. One is they say the yield is less. Otherwise they say water, it is very water intensive, and then we don't have enough water scarcity is there. So then the yield is again less. So and then the disease, they say the peculiar diseases are attacking the crops, like our human being, they are also getting affected. So that means what is the remedy? So there are many departments, ICAR and all, they have come out with many remedies, and especially BRC has brought out 44 crop varieties which will withstand a severe drought. For example, in Tamil Nadu, there are many success stories already there. In more than 10 years it is happening. And now recently, Ramnath district, they have taken the rice crop from paddy seeds from our BRC, and that is very successful. And there are many more successful like black gram or red gram in Salem, Attur, many Tirunelveli district everywhere. So we'll have a separate session. So just briefly, we can say that even if I mean, somewhat wherever there is, possible that reversing the trend, maybe it is due to, soil fertility going down, or it is due to high temperatures or high flood situations, everything. Yeah. Now, there are many technologies which many departments have brought out, but today we'll try to see that whether solid waste management. Why solid waste management is very important? Because the municipal waste, what we throw in the street, especially in India, it adds to a lot of problems. We will see one by one. Then liquid waste, another major source of environmental degradation is your sewage and other effluents from different industries. Then water bodies we have to restore. We'll see how we can do it. I think all, the previous speaker very wonderfully covered everything. So I will just skip these things. So now coming to this background noise. Yeah. See, dump yard, which is very common. I hope that in even many other countries also it is common. So if it is not properly scientifically managed, we'll get into many problems. Okay, so environmental issues will crop up from these issues. These are some of the one in Chennai, another in Nagarkoil. Throughout India, we have taken many field trips and field studies and remedial things for mitigating some of the issues. See, what is the problem here? See, now the groundwater is getting contaminated. Why? Mostly we don't have the source segregated waste management system. So what happens? We mix everything, e-waste, whether it is battery or mobile waste or your laptop waste. Everything we mix up with the wet waste and then we dump it in the same dump yard. So the heavy metals get into the possibility of heavy metals getting into the groundwater, and then how to rectify it is a great task then. Like Dr. Jonathan Morning, I had a time to listen to him. It was a very wonderful lecture on mercury contamination he was talking. No, so here there is other the possibility of getting all these heavy metals get into the groundwater is large here. And another one, the problem here, it is the gas which is emanating. It is mostly methane, which is a global greenhouse gas. And because of this, what happens is our dump yards suddenly get fire. No, they get fire, and then when it catching fire, again the pitiable situation is we throw the plastic cups or carry bags, everything to the same dump yard. Okay, so then when this garbage is burning, this furans from the plastics, they also get start burning. Then you get furans and dioxins released into the atmosphere. So thick smoke comes out of this, and then the nearby area, the air is polluted, or the people living there, they get into a lot of medical issues also. So like this, there are many other issues. I will skip all these things because the time may not be sufficient. See, the ISRO or BRC is an ocean. Hundreds of scientists are working on that, working on different technologies. So I will try to just a glimpse of it or overview of what is happening in different areas. So this is a very successful technology, an advanced version of biogas combination, biogas method. This is called biomethanation, Nisarguruna biomethanation, and successfully running or being operated in the throughout country, especially in Tamil Nadu also. Now you would have seen in papers and media, ERCOT is becoming green and clean. This is a technology behind it. Okay, so they use energy from it to convert even the plastic waste into useful product like bucket and all. And in Chennai, street lights are being burnt. So many IT companies and OMR, they have this technology. So it gives a very good return on investment. So also it gives very good organic manure. A technology is called Nisarguruna in Marathi. So Marathi Nisarguruna, it means reaping the loan to the nature. That means you from the ground or from the field, we get a lot of micro and macronutrients through your crops. Like if you say take carrot, it is vitamin A. All these nutrients are taken from the minerals are taken from the soil only. After each harvest, then the soil gets depleted. Okay, then what we do? We have more than need. It's a greed. We put a lot of chemical fertilizers. What happens then? Potash, urea, and all. So the more and more, then again, after next harvest, you put more. So after a particular level, then the fertility goes down very much, and soil retention, moisture retention may not be there. Then it has to be reconditioned. It has happened in one of the states in India. So then how we have to arrest something. I mean, stop this degradation of the soil. Then how we can do? We can slowly try to supplement or gradually phase out this chemical fertilizer. How it is possible? We generate enormous amount of food waste, or we call municipal waste. For example, if you take in Chennai, I am based in Chennai, so I'll take the example of Chennai. It is around 5,000 metric ton per day, total waste, 5 to 6,000. That means, let us say even the 30 or 40% of it is your biodegradable waste. Then it is coming to more than 2,000 metric ton, no, TPD. That means what? So each ton can give you a revenue return of around 3,000 per day, or 3 to 4,000. That means if 1,000 tons are being treated using the Nisarguruna, this biogas technology, you will get organic manure. Each ton can give you around 100 kg, 80 to 100 kg of organic manure, and around 1.5 cylinders of LPG gas, no, the equivalent to LPG gas, that is around 21 kg of methane. And then if you don't want methane, in Coimbatore, it is being used as a common kitchen, and then in some states there it is being used for powering many other small dosa and daba and all. I mean, even Trivandrum also it is done. If you go to Kerala, the Taj Coromandel, they are using the technology for cooking the food also. All over India, there are many success stories. So just think of the environmental gains out of this. You may not need a large dump yards in the long run. Like many other countries, they say that they have achieved a 2% or only the waste, 2% waste only goes to a dump yard. So if you are able to manage this biodegradable waste, then a lot of health benefits and other things are there. Yeah. Now this, if you see this is a ideal situation. Where people living in city would like to have this, but this also there is some environmental issues are there. But leave that alone. But now when you compare the city life, it is very pleasant life. But is it possible whether we can live in this area? Because we need a lot of facilities or infrastructure, like universities, hospitals, many things are there, no? Our houses, and we need a lot of comforts. Aspirations are more. So everybody would like to have a lot of comforts at home. Then see, if you take the nature, it is a beautiful cycle. If a man is not intervening, it is automatically cycling, no? So water comes down, goes up, again comes down, and in the process, lot of all the flora, fauna is taken care. So no need to worry about your environment or global warming. But what happens when population increases? The previous speaker was mentioning, when the population increases, then this is all problems arise, because we have to feed all these guys, and we have to give water to quality, good water to all these, potable water to all these people. They need housing, the roads, everything, all infrastructure has to go down, go up, no? So then, at what cost? Then whether environment or economy or ecology, all the three E's, no, you have to make a balance. Okay. So now this guy, he has applied for Guinness record. What great thing he has done? You can see that, no? He claims to be a great man. But the problem for the scientists and other professionals, no, it is much more. Is adding a lot of problems. So now the situation is like this now. If you go to Mumbai, okay, so you can find the Kolkata or in Mumbai or in Chennai, T Nagar, Rangana Street and all. This is a very common sight. When there are many human activities, then naturally your environment, there will be a effect on environment. Okay, we'll see one by one. So this pollution, water pollution is not unique to India. It's happening many countries. Now here you can see the precious water has turned into totally a dustbin sort of thing, and still somebody is working there, whether I don't know, it's for fishing or something. So all over the world, this pollution is increasing. Okay. So now, as I told you, this mostly is, I hope that all the students and research young minds will be there. So there are a lot of challenges, whether we have achieved everything after independence. Yes, many things we have achieved. See, for example, the current generation, we are the culprits now. See, I remember when I was young, I could swim in the rivers in Tamil Nadu. There are many rivers, no? Kaveri, Vaigai, Tambrabarani, Palar, all those rivers have clean water. So I mean, as a school goers, younger age, we could swim, and then we had a lot of games and all. But now, where is a river and where is the clean river, first of all? So you have a lot of challenges, right? So what will be the first challenge for you is water. Okay, we'll see why water is very important, and we have to somehow save the planet, right? So concentrate on water, and then food. Food also will take a backstake because there will be there are many parameters which is affecting food security. I will not get into the more details because now. Yeah, and environment. When you say environment, everything is included. If environment is clean, you all the 5 elements will be very fine then. Then pollution, yes, pollution is causing a lot of problems. As Professor, I mean, the first day, Professor Shinha, Dr. Shinha was very, I mean, nicely articulated. I admired his wordings. He said we are coming to participate in this global warming or climate change conference, but we come in the flight or we come in the I mean automobile, petrol-based automobile and all, no, this car and other thing we come and we talk about and then forget and go away. So this is a problem. Okay, so somehow we have to see whether alternative energy resources are available. So if some country there maybe they have plenty of petroleum products, they would have gone for this type of IC engines and all. When we don't have a particular source, for example, India, it's only around 20% is indigenous your LPG gas or petroleum product, but most of the things comes from across the border. But still, we blindly go for more and more automobiles based on these petroleum products, and even households, all the households we have LPG gases, and then we fight for I mean revision of prices or bring the prices and all. So what is the alternative sources? So my basic area of research is in energy. So what is the, you would have heard about solar energy, wind energy and all. Now this particular area, new area, innovative technologies are being developed and already demonstrated in a small reactor in Kalpakkam. It is generating electricity from sand. In India, we are blessed with plenty of particular mineral in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Odisha beach sands, which if exploited, slowly we can come out of all this international loan or for importing our oil products and other things, petroleum products. Okay, so there are many other issues, terrorism, war, then population, education. So all these things. So this is a challenge before you, the young India, new India. So the students who are listening, who are participating here, if you are, whether you are from India or any other country, these are the things what we do in Tamil Nadu. We involve the college students, university students. We go to the college because the MHRD initiative this is. So we go to the colleges and universities. We involve the students. We green campus concept. So innovative technologies are being demonstrated in the college itself. So what is happening? The students are they get very good exposure to the state-of-art robust technologies. So otherwise they would have been reading the books only. Now they see what is happening in their own campus. Okay, and the college becomes water positive, or university becomes water positive. So then students' projects are there, internships are being done. Then student community connect. So that is very important. Students should have the connect with the community or society. Otherwise, they may not know what for they are learning, whether it is just to get the mark or get the job. So unless they have this social consciousness, we will not be able to understand the problems of the community or the people and serve them. So many entrepreneurship nowadays, many colleges, especially during these last 2 years, almost all colleges, whether it's engineering or management or arts and science, they are, looking for many entrepreneurship programs, and we personally participate in all these programs. And there are many new companies have come up even during this COVID also. So field demos, training, so platform for role model. So you can, if students are impressed and they are, much involved in this type of projects and in the college campus itself, they may become a role model also. Like Dr. Kalam, one day they may come out with a very highly socially conscious citizen. Right, now we'll come to the water. So the foundation of good health is water. We all know that if good water you are, getting in a country, you can say that directly from, if you can drink from tap, and if it is clean and healthy, then that's a good thing. Okay, so now you will see why water is important. Okay, see water everywhere. Water is more important. You can see, without water nothing will work. Even our own human body you can take. Brain has around 85% of water. Heart needs 77%. Lungs filled with 80%. Then even bone, teeth, everything is water. Okay. If you don't have good water, then there is no health and there is no human activity at all. Okay. So again, all our field, this paddy field or other crops also, they need a lot of water. There are water intensive crops are there, like sugarcane, paddy and all. So everywhere water is needed. Okay. So how to make a balance? Where is the water available? Now the common sources, all these are the common sources: rainwater or river water, or in the, yesterday very nicely it was put, Arctic, Antarctic, global issues, warming issues and all, ponds, lake, glaciers, everywhere water is there. And more importantly, groundwater exploitation has gone up very, very high. So we have been advocating throughout India to somehow stem this trend. We have to reverse it. See, if you are able to get water in 30 or 50 or at the most 100 feet depth, it is all right, because there's a possibility during rainy season that rainwater harvesting and all may work. But nowadays people are going for 500 feet, 1000 feet and all. Then how many years it will take to recharge to that, due to that depth? If that water also exploited, what will happen? Professor L. Ilango of Anna University, an expert in this area. Hope he would have covered all this groundwater exploitation and all those mitigation measures and a lot of water, plenty of water is there in only the ocean. Okay, so now we have a lot of water, but still it is not directly usable and it's not potable. Desalination is required and all. So these are the common themes everywhere in most of the countries. So how to, we are all our own citizens or our own global citizens. We have to just see, somehow we have to mitigate the problems for them. Somehow we have to make their life comfortable, right? So these type of things we should not be there. Okay. So first is our attitude, then technology. So attitude towards water. See, one beautiful hotel. The beautiful slogan or quote in a hotel, which I liked very much. So what they say, it is in Hyderabad, quantity of water used by a customer in hotel. If you take a hotel room, nobody is questioning about the water. Somehow they will make you, they will supply you a lot of water. Hotels, either they beg or rob or borrow from water from anywhere, nearby villages, groundwater, everything is being pumped into the hotel. And the person who going to the hotel will not realize the hardships involved or the depleting precious water. They will say, here the hotel says they are using 550 liters for a particular activity. The same person, if he is at home and uses the water which he is paying for, almost half the quantity. That means a lot of things have to be, our mindset has to change. Right now, what we can do, we have to make our country water positive, right? Or the entire world water positive. What do you mean by water positive? That should be excess, like a savings bank. The amount of money you put in should be more than the amount of money you withdraw. So how to make it water positive? There are many ways. But initially, just for sake of completion for the young minds, I will just say, we have the globe is around 70% is filled with water. But what is happening is 75% water, but most of this water, 97% of this is we have only in the oceans, which we cannot directly use it. A lot of other technological intervention are required, which although they also have some environmental issues also. Only the balance is 3%. Out of this 3%, 77% is concentrated in ice caps and glaciers and inland seas. Where how will you take water for a city like Chennai or Madurai or any city in like Ahmedabad or Hyderabad? Whether you will be able to bring water from Himalaya? Not possible. So then where else is out of 3%, 77 is gone? Then what is the remaining quantity? 22% is the groundwater. So we should not touch it. Strictly speaking, ideally, that should not touch, because that is meant for the many other, like Professor Gandhi, one of the lectures he was mentioning, this geological structure, yet structure needs a lot of moisture and water. So we are not supposed to take it out. It is supposed to be given to the next generation. Okay, our future generation need water. So if everything fails, if we don't have water in the lake or river or everywhere, then at least at that time they should have minimum water. So that for the current generation, we should not touch it. It's ancestral property to be handed over to next generations. Then where is that? Out of 1%, it is most of the things are in the lakes. So there are many technologies developed by BRC and other government organizations which are concentrating on the restoration of lakes, especially purification of lake water or river water, reservoirs. So I will touch upon some of the success stories throughout India. So what is happening here, you see, so much water everywhere, but not a single drop to drink. No, only 0.014% is readily accessible for human use. So the younger mind, you should take note of it, because if you think that a lot of water is there, it is not correct. So only this much is there, and people are talking about global warming and all. This also may go down or may go up rapidly. We don't know. So water has to be respected. Okay. So all these ice cap and all, they have a lot of fresh water, but still there's globally there is some scarcity of fresh water. Okay. So now it is very, very scarce commodity. We are going to suffer without water. We can't live without water. But still, knowingly, unknowingly, all these things we are doing. Okay. We pollute the water body with sewage. We pollute it with garbage. We dump it there with all the effluents. Whatever effluent is any industry, just they will happily put it in the river or your ponds, and then they cry again, there is no water. So fight with the neighboring state or neighboring country are happening there. So first we have to start respecting the water. It is God's God-given or nature-given gift to us, the humanity. If you are spoiling it, then your survival, your own survival, your entire planet, then one is visually we can see that sewage is being dumped into the, emptied into the river and all. But there are many other virtual water we are, because of our lifestyle, we are wasting lots of water. Okay. So virtual water also, the footprint should be reduced, right? So jeans, we would like to have jeans, many burger. See, everything is water intensive. Now, but finally, we don't have water to drink. But where is the question of what is the fun in having jeans and burger or pizza and all? No. So, but somehow we have to make a balance, right? So we should have a balanced approach. Yeah, when you work for a government department, we have to get the policy directions from all the almost all chief ministers. We have to meet, governors we have to meet. Okay, now WHO executive boards chairman or director is our own Indian only now. Yeah, then all the IAS people at the center and state, we have to get the policy directions. Then we have to give our input. What are the technologies, which scheme for smart city, or if it is for agricultural thing, then if it's Jal Shakti. So MHRD secretary or MOEF secretary and all, we have to have direct communication, so that this is, for example, Swachh Bharat director in Delhi. Now, when you talk about water conservation, the major quantity of water is being wasted in sewage. So in India, we have the habit of having flush. 2-3 practices which we do. We have, if possible, we can reverse it. One is the kitchen water, wastewater, as well as our bathroom or toilet, it is mixed with the sewage and then sent to the maybe the same common stormwater drainage or underground sewage line. So that the volume increases. When the volume is more, then again the treatment becomes very difficult, or it is challenging. Suppose imagine if you have separate outlet for your kitchen wastewater as well as your bathroom or toilet wastewater, and the sewage line is separate, then it is very, very simple, or relatively very simple and easy to handle. So because in Ahmedabad we made a study, Gujarat. See, if you have out of 100 liters, less than 1% or 2% is only the solid. Okay, solid portion of it. Rest, because we don't have the tissue in practice, it is all flushing. No, we keep flushing. Plenty of water is being wasted there. So what is happening then? The entire pathogen load, they are living on this. Their food is then only the solid portion. So just for treating this 1% or 2%, we have to treat the entire water. So that's what we initially made a demo plant in Vadodara, Baroda, and it is functioning for more than 2 or 3 decades now. So, but we now new technology, because this water, once it is pathogens are removed, okay, then what we can do, then the entire water can be reused, recycled. For example, the same water can be for used in industry, or it is for agriculture, or any other purpose. We can use it, non-drinking purpose, we can use it. Okay. So in Ahmedabad, what happened? At that time, 2016, we say, it was foundation stone was laid by the then Chief Minister Madam. Now she is the governor in another state. So entire Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, they say every day 100 MLD, million liters of sewage is generated in Ahmedabad alone. So they have, our technology they have taken, and then they have implemented it under smart city scheme. And this was the first scheme in this, for this technology. Now there are many other cities, Nagpur, Bhopal, many cities have taken up this technology. So what is this technology is doing? It is the construction was over and within 8 months or 1 year. So now it is in operation for more than 2 years now. So what they do, they treat it, the entire sewage is being treated, and they take away all this conventional STP or whatever, the solid portion of it, the sludge is taken out, dried, and then it is using our technology, it is hygienized. Okay, solid sludge hygienization. Then what is the advantage? It is a very, very rich source of micro and macronutrients. It's a very good organic manure. So the Gujarat Fertilizer Corporation and Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, AMC and GFCL, they have gone into an agreement, MOU. They signed. What is that? I mean, we give organic manure to the rural farmers, and you give food to our people. So sustainable alliance, urban rural sustainable alliance. So they said over a period of time, they will be able to phase out or reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and save on the subsidies also. So this is now picking up all over India. Many cities are going for it. Hope Tamil Nadu also, we can do a lot of wonders for using this technology, especially Colloquium Restoration Trust. If they use it, you can have a lot of organic manure relative. And this is the latest technology. See now, this sewage means it is ASP. It is 1914. It has many good features as well as drawbacks also. Then we have many other technologies over a period of time. Now the latest is your granular sludge SBR. Okay. So what is the advantage? When you use this normal, ASP and other technologies, MBBR or other technologies, the treated sewage water, you can see in the bar, here, it is not very clear. So this, they say it is treated and then they let it into the sea or river portion. Now you see the latest technology. It is just patented technology. It is very, very unique. So you can see the crystal clear water. Then what are the levels of your pollutants? COD is less than 10. The standard limit is 50. It is coming less than 10 or 20. You can say maximum. BOD is again, it is brought down to 10. All other parameters. Okay, it is almost equal to fresh water for non-drinking purpose. It is very, very suitable. Where all these things used? Many places. I will give some of the examples a little later. This is going to be a major breakthrough, and almost all industry and government departments are going for it. In fact, next week in Madurai, 2 major projects are being discussed for this type of technology. Yeah. Now this is again in Surat and our Erode, Perundurai, Sitkagala, where textile dye industries are there. So we started Erode, and simultaneously for Surat. Now Surat, they have installed already a pilot plant, and then based on the success, they are extending to all the industries now. So they say the textile industry, dye industry will not pollute their river or any water body. Okay, so we hope that it will pick up in Tamil Nadu also very soon, so that we can save Noyalaru and all. Okay, so this is what very, very cost effective. Yeah, now wherever water bodies, the surface water is very important. As I told you, the major concentration focus should be on surface water, not on the groundwater or borewell and all should be minimum used or should not be used. Okay, so now many companies are extending support through their CSR activity. Near Delhi, if you see this particular lake, well, it was, they say the locals say it was a very beautiful lake some 10-15 years back. A lot of flora, fauna, many birds were there, sanctuary sort of thing. Now many industries, Gurgaon, if you see, a lot of industries come up and the entire lake is now polluted. Okay, so Again, technologies have been given to Maruti. The Maruti came forward to support it through CSR. Maybe after this lockdown and all, they start implementing it. Again, it becomes a beautiful park there, right? Whether in Tamil Nadu, as I told you, the youngsters, no, we should respect and value our water. This famous Vaigai River, what is happening in Vaigai River? Now there is no water, or if at all water, some season it is coming, but it is mixed with sewage and dump. All the garbage, everything waste is there, dumped, and then it is mixed. So we organized a major, you can see the district collector, police, IPS officers, and judges and all there. College professors, deans, almost journalists, everyone, advocates, all joined. It is just one small, what you call notice was given, Arikai, they say, no, in the media. Next day, we found that 25,000 stakeholders, mostly students and all media people and all, they assembled along 7 kilometers. This type of sensitization program campaign should be organized throughout the country, so that they saw that judges, IPS, IAS officers, scientists, college professors, everybody is just soiling the hands with the, I mean, removing all this garbage which they throw along 7 kilometers, 400 batches in each places. Then after a year, the corporation says now the garbage thrown into this particular area, it has come down by 50%. That's a good development. And again, many places sewage is being let into it. So for that also we are, I mean, they are sick. We sought some technologies for mini STPs. Yeah, again, you know, our Tamil Nadu Nellai Tambrabarani River, it's a lifeline for 3 districts, Nellai, Virudhunagar, and Tuticorin. So you may be knowing that NGT, National Green Tribunal, it's a court. So they have received some complaints saying that it is being polluted. Yes, the judge came, so we all went there. So we identify the sources, and then we are trying to work on it. Okay, so if it is cleaned, then people will have clean drinking water and water for irrigation also. This is your in Chennai artificial lake creation. I hope that you would have read in the paper and all. In Chennai, it's a very big lake once upon a time, and later it was dumped into sewage, stagnant sewage, and a lot of garbage. Now everything is being cleaned. Now if you see that bunds have been very clear, nicely put, and here natural water will be there for 6 months, and next 6 months, this is our technology. Government of India BRC technology, which will provide water. That's why they call it artificial lake. So water for next 6 months, so that they will not take water from nearby areas. And also there are 16 groundwater recharging, like your rainwater harvesting, groundwater harvesting. 16 big wells have been well designed. I think it is from Anna University or IIT. They gave very good design. So they already 16 wells have been very big. The wells have been dug into it, and you will find the entire. This is a smart city scheme. If it comes through, then we will have a very good green park or a mega eco park within city. Like in Bhopal, what we have now. Same way, you can have a heart of city. We'll have plenty of water. Boating can have, and the smart city scheme. If you go to the website, you can see they say that they are planning to have food park, hotels, library, then gym. So many things are happening. They are going to bring it in this area. It's a very, very big area. Just if you happen to see that, see the technologies behind it. So how to, because sustainable environment. Okay. So here the groundwater also will get recharged the nearby a few kilometers, and also people will have relaxation also. Okay. So again, another major areas where surface water we are concentrating, or the government of India departments concentrate, is some ponds and reservoirs. This is in Shivaganga pond in Jharkhand. So it is, they say around 5,000, 10,000 pilgrims or devotees take holy bath in this. Such a big ocean sort of thing, but it is very contaminated. So they saw the technologies. So technologies have been given. So now they say even a small pin, if it drops, they can see from the top. See the level of flow, you can see nearly 1,000 cubic meter per hour water treatment. So here are the different technologies involved. So throughout India, many things are happening. So this is in Assam. This is in Tamil Nadu. Yeah, Tamil Nadu HRNC department. So they wanted technologies for the temples in Tamil Nadu. Many technologies like giving clean water, healthy water, then making holy compost. Many things are given. The first thing they have taken is when the pilgrims or devotees take holy bath, they say it should be truly clean and the water should be very, very clean and hygienic. So this is a temple, what you see here, it is a very famous temple in Madurai, Tirupurangundram. So that temple water is fully contaminated and many things are there. Now, last week we had a meeting, so very soon, I mean, they have already DPR, everything was submitted. Very soon you will find that is going to be implemented. Then you will first temple tank in Tamil Nadu, which will be crystal clear, will be Madurai Tirupurangundram. Based on this, now HRNC, other departments, even company CSR, they want to extrapolate to many other lakes, community lakes and all. So here, one peculiar problem, what we have observed in Tirupurangundram, people are using this pond for taking bath or washing clothes and other things, even cattle and also corporation has last week they inaugurated it. Beautiful 4,500 square feet. They have common laundry, common convenience, everything are made. So the local people will not use that holy tank for all these other purposes. So this very commonly you will find that fish dying because of the lack of oxygen and all. So very soon it will be reversed. Yeah, I think time is very short now. I will just rush through. Another major, unknowingly or knowingly, what we do is, whether it is criminal, I cannot call it, but still, we are wasting precious water. I take the example of Chennai Metro water. So they are spending a lot of money, efforts to give you the clean water as per BIS 10500 standard. That means safe, clean, healthy, hygienic, and affordable. But still, what we do, everything is clean water. We are supplying. So if it is as per 10500 IS specification, straight away you can drink it. But it has to travel few kilometers. So we have to boil or we have to have some purification system. What we do, we use ROs, reverse osmosis water purifiers, which are not meant for treating water of this quality, BIS 10500 quality, and waste lot of water. What we do, we just take 1 liter of water. The RO unit will be keep on wasting another 2 liters or 3 liters or 4 liters down the drain. Okay, which water it is? It's precious, cleaned, treated water, which is government is spending a lot of money for each. See, if you buy a water bottle, it is costing around 10 rupees a liter or 20 rupees a liter. But what we pay for this water is a peanut. But you are wasting the precious water. So if in the street, if half the people put this RO water, next half of the people will not get water at all because it is all gone into the drains. Okay, so you take the example of Chennai Metro water. See, this it's based on their website only. It is available. 2019 statistics. They say current population, whom they have to supply water is this much, 7.4 million. And how much water they supply? It is 525 MLD. 1 liter, if you take even 10 rupees, how much it would have cost to the citizen if you have to buy the water? Okay, and then what is the capacity of treatment they have? Nearly 1500 MLD every day they're treating it. 1500 MLD treatment will involve a lot of money. Okay, and they presume that it will reach around 8 lakhs consumers in Chennai, but not even half the people are getting it because the culprits are the people who knowingly or unknowingly waste a lot of water by installing these ROs. That is why now the NGT and Supreme Court, they have burned this use of NGT for 10500 quality water, 10,500 quality IS specification quality water, so that nearly 1/3, 2/3 of water at least will be available to the rest of the population. Okay, so treating this, how much they are struggling, you can see Chennai Metro, 16% is desalination, 10% recycled wastewater, all these things, reservoirs, groundwater 9%. So if you don't realize the seriousness, again, the groundwater is getting depleted. Our own children or future generations will suffer a lot. Okay, so and they say it is a website, it is available, agricultural wells, bore wells. If agricultural wells in the nearby districts are taken, depleted like this for city people who are just again taking the water in the lorries and just emptying it in the drains or sewage, then who will save our country? Okay, so we have to have a self-consciousness. Socially, we have to get connected. So then what is the solution? Remedy should be there, no? If we are talking about the problem, we should not be part of the problem, we should be part of the solution. So a lot of solutions have been given by different government departments. Here we will take the example of BRC. So they have come up with a unique membrane, it's an import substitute, okay? So which does not need any electricity for operation. Okay, so if you have a RO at home, whenever wasting water, and NGT says, Jal Shakti says don't waste water, and NGT says more than wasting water, it is healthy, it is unhealthy to drink RO water or canned water. Why? They say the TDS mineral content should be between 100 to 500, so milligrams per liter. Okay, if the TDS is less than 100, you should not drink it because bone will be affected, tissue will be affected. You can go to the NGT site and see all these things. So then what is the solution? Yeah, very beautiful solution. So as I told you, many membranes have been developed by BRC scientists in Mumbai, including desalination plant also, membranes also they have developed. So this is the simplest thing. This particular thing will replace your costly 20,000 RO at home. A simple candle sort of thing. What is the great about it? The import substitute membrane here, what you see, it's a polysulfide membrane. It is our, USB or Indian made first candle type. So normally, what you find is your RO and all. No, you have to put an cost is initial investment is very high, and then you have to have AMC also. So every 3 months or once or 6 months, somebody will come. You have to pay for it, and they will say. This AMC mostly they will say it excludes the cartridge. So what is cartridge? It is again the membrane based thing only, but it is sealed container, so you can't clean and use it, and mostly it will be in capillary format. But this format, what Government of India BRC scientists have brought it out, it is an open candle format. Okay, so with a sponge, very simple to clean. Okay, so there are different formats are there, whether it is for school or college or industry. Drinking water, any amount, any quantity you can have. So cleaning is very simple. Just a sponge is enough. 5 rupees sponge. Anyone at home can do it. Even illiterate people can do it. Okay. So this import substitute saves a lot of water. So where it has been installed very successfully. Tamil Nadu government started this project. Implemented it in one. This again obvious at my environment. No tabletop models. There are many entrepreneurs now coming up. Chennai, throughout Tamil Nadu, now more than 20, and it is a old data. Throughout within short period of this launching, many companies are taken up. There are many markets available in models available in the market. Yeah, where it is implemented in the community level, in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu government in Nilagiri district, entire village has been given by this clean water. Okay, so 2 years back it was launched. Now even now it is working. And nobody in that district got any. That's what the data feedback I got. Last 2 years, water-based disease, no disease has affected them. They're all free from all these waterborne diseases, and nobody got COVID also. They are telling. Okay, so entire day, it's a very tribal people. So within 1 week, district collector, Madam Innocent Divya, Madam IAS, she finished all the piping, individual houses, everywhere it was given, and
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Your sound is not coming.
hello, can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes,
Yeah. I'll finish it up in a few minutes. Now, many of the industries near Chennai, Almost many industries, they are not taking any single drop of water from environment, and they are supplying excess water to the environment also. So this is another innovations by the industries in Chennai, near Chennai. So maybe I will stop with this, or so you can see, go to the industries in near Chennai. They don't use any of the water, take any water from groundwater or government supply water, tanker lorry. They are self-sufficient and surplus also. Okay, so there are many other technologies. I will stop with this. Maybe we'll go for discussion or question answer. Yeah. Thank you, Professor. So if you are a maiden or opening batsman, again, expectation is a lot from the audience. Okay, now it's a closing batsman also faces different difficulties because it is almost time now. So we should conclude. Yes. Probably each we can have 2 day, 3 day sessions also. We can have a workshop we can have on each technology. Yeah, with this overview, I'll thank organizers, and the session is open for discussion in case you have any questions.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a really enlightening talk. Hope everyone might have very much benefited out of this presentation. And you have clearly demonstrated, your slides were clear demonstration of each and every aspect what you were talking about. And you have made clear that how we can use the technologies in balance to have a sustainability, a sustainable development, and how we can use in our day-to-day life. Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. And it is open to participants now for asking doubts and clear. If anyone has any doubt, you can have it. If you want, you can ask it directly, or you can have it in the chat box.
Some questions are in chat box. Some questions are there in
okay, sir.
chat box. We check it.
So why don't we have, so question number 1, sir.
Yeah,
why don't we have water filters of a water bottle size with a minimum amount of rupees 10 to 20, from which one can filter any type of sea, surface, ground, hard water to the drinking one?
No, I'm not getting the question. Minimum, what do you say?
Sir, Yamini Malhotra has asked, why don't we have water filters of a water bottle size with a minimum amount of rupees 10 to 20?
Okay. See now, the technology which I was mentioning, no, each liter costs less than 1 paise. Just not even 1 rupee. It is costing less than 1 paise a liter. Half a paise only. So it is very, very affordable. So there are technologies. Even these commercial ROs, no, mainly, but the problem here in the commercial ROs, what you buy in the market is the membranes are imported. So when the import component is there, naturally cost goes up, and they decide the price. Like petroleum products, you know, 1 liter will be 10 rupees or 20 rupees. All these mineral water, so-called mineral water bottles, because most of them use the imported membranes. Okay, here there is no membrane. Is the initial cost investment is around 750,000 only. So the each unit will come for 3 to 5 years. What is the maintenance involved? 5 rupees sponge only. That's all. So that means it's economical, as well as it is very good to drink, healthy water. We have calcium or potassium, sodium. The essential minerals are not there, depleted. What is happening in the conventional RO? They take all these things, drain out in the your sewage. And some people, they say that we are using it for washing and all, no? So, but what you drink is just H2O only, like our carburetor water, no, radiator water in the car and all. So that's what NGT says. I'm not telling this because somebody will get angry. I mean, the companies may not like to all these things, no. So it is a NGT court order says it is not healthy to drink. If it is water is groundwater or supplied water is as per IS specification 10,500, it is not healthy to have another RO, and also you are depleting or depriving others to drink quality water. Well, you're draining out everything. So many other places it being, I mean, there is a lot of inquiry because of this COVID only. Now it is slightly delayed. Now you'll find very soon throughout India, this technology, all hotels everywhere, the RO water available, no, the board will disappear.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we have the response form is there in the chat box. We are requesting everyone to please your response form. And we will be meeting tomorrow with another excitement, and another session with a highly informative and technologically enriched talks we will be having tomorrow. So we'll be having meeting tomorrow. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Daniel Chelapa, sir. Excellent
Thank you,
lecture.
Professor. It's a pleasure
thank
to
you.
work with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now the environment department, no, entire environment atmosphere will change now because so far nobody heard about this department. At
Yes,
least
sir.
myself only very occasionally heard. Now I think all activities will start because of our leadership by Dr. Gandhi.
I request my Professor S.M. Hussain, sir, to say something, sir, about the lecture.
Yes, Professor. Good evening.
A very good evening to all of you. And we had a very thought-provoking and very informative talks in the forenoon as well as in the afternoon. And the just concluded